Yo, what's good YouTube? It's your boy KB back with another one. In this video, we'll be talking about the actual reason why Danny Ainge traded Isaiah Thomas for Kyrie Irving and figuring out his true motives. By the way, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell for more videos.
Yup. If one more label try to stop me, it's gonna be some dreadhead niggas in your lobby. You don't want no problem with me. You don't want no problem with me. Just another day at the pick up on the mail. They gon' channel riding through the streets, they be like they go. You don't want no problem with me. You don't want no problem with me. Just another day at the pick up on the mail. They gon' channel riding through the streets, they be like.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty late on this topic here. It's been a while now. Almost every NBA fan and their uncle knows that Kyrie and IT got involved in a blockbuster trade. But why is it a blockbuster trade though? Well, it's because the top two powerhouses of the Eastern Conference end up trading one of their star players with each other, something that I believe the league has never seen before. Lots of people believe that the Celtics got demolished in the trade. At this point, I agree that the Celtics did lose this trade, but to be honest, this is the NBA, so anything can happen. You know what? It's time to point out the reality of Isaiah Thomas. Last year, Isaiah had an historic NBA season, nearly averaging 30 points per game. After seeing that, he was actually considered top 5 in the MVP race. Isaiah Thomas was no doubt one or arguably the most unstoppable offensive force in the league. Just imagine a 5'9" guard dropping buckets after buckets every single night. Yeah, offensively, he was amazing, but in reality, he was a major pain for the Celtics. I know, right? How could a guy go out there averaging nearly 30 points per game, bro? Mess up your team. Actually, it's pretty simple. This guy just can't play defense. If it wasn't for a string of good defenders surrounding IT, like Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and Jay Crowder, the Celtics would have had a pretty tough season. Yeah, after being statistically one of the best offensive players in the league, it turned out statistically, IT was one, if not the worst defenders in the league. His size is a major reason why as well. Also, let's take a step forward into the first round of the playoffs. The Celtics were close to getting swept by a lackluster Bull team. If it wasn't for the injury of Rajon Rondo, some say the Celtics could have been swept. Yes, an 8-seeded team sweeping a 1-seeded team, that would have been embarrassing. Also, just take a glance at Isaiah Thomas' playoffs number. It sort of seems as if IT was just a seasonal player. His playoff numbers are noticeably worse than his regular season numbers. Let's talk about the future of Isaiah Thomas. At the moment, he is 28 years old. And at the moment, he is in the midst of his prime. Let's fast forward to 3 years. Where do you really see Isaiah Thomas standing? Do you think he can sustain these numbers for the next 3 years? In my opinion, last season is the best of IT. We will never see, and I mean ever, see a better Isaiah Thomas than that. Also, let's not forget this upcoming summer, IT will be a free agent. And IT really believes he's a max player, but Danny Ainge thinks otherwise. Even though he's done so much for the Celtics, he just won't get better, and it's pretty much that's the reality of Isaiah Thomas. Now let's talk about Kyrie Irving, the only player that the Celtics actually received in the trade. And it's kind of crazy. I actually thought they would have at least picked up a second-round pick at the very least. Come on, Nick. Cavs couldn't give up a second-round pick. But oh boy, Kyrie is no doubt a prodigy. A player that has sky-high potential and already has a title under his belt. And really, he hasn't even hit his prime yet. Ainge really thought this one through, so I give him that. Kyrie has 2 years on his contract, so the Celtics need just 2 years to convince Kyrie to stay with the Celtics, giving the Celtics some much-needed breathing room with an extra season. Kyrie can easily exceed Isaiah Thomas, in my opinion. I believe at the moment these two players are about equal in terms of skills and what they bring to the table. However, at the moment, I have to give Isaiah Thomas a nod at being the slightly better player. But the thing that is really, you can't find anywhere is the valuable thing about Kyrie Irving and what he gives to the Celtics. It's his confidence and proven clutch genetics in playoff situation. We all remember that iconic dagger against the Golden State Warriors in the finals of 2016. Now let's ask ourselves the same question like before. Let's fast forward 3 years. Where do you see Kyrie Irving? What do you guys think? I see a player that is going to get better and better and better, and probably even exceed what Isaiah Thomas just had last season. It's kind of crazy, right? And the Celtics have the possibility of getting hold of themselves a prime Kyrie Irving, a prime and mature Kyrie Irving. So if you fast forward, Kyrie is just a player to build around for a rapid rebuild. When Kyrie reaches his prime, we'll have a more mature Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum as key supporting cast on the team. So it's really that simple. Kyrie is just the start of a possible dynasty. But my major question is, what is this dynasty to be exact? The major question for this entire video. What is Danny Ainge planning? Does he have some sort of trick under his sleeve? After really thinking this through for a few days, I honestly believe he does. As I looked at the trade, I realized maybe, just maybe, the Celtics struck gold. The great thing the Celtics did was free up room for a possible trade for a superstar, or landing a big-name free agent in the span of 2 years. With Gordon Hayward locked up this summer, and Tatum in the core of the rookies in their rookie contract, we have one oddball on the roster. The next guy that is pretty much dispensable. We all remember the rather dumb pickup of Al Horford. His contract is literally disgusting. The Celtics need to trade this man as soon as possible. He has literally no use for the team. He's an underwhelming power forward that doesn't help the Celtics' major problem, and that is interior defense and rebounding. But who in their right mind would take Al Horford, especially with that hefty price tag? Well, if you guys remember just this summer, you guys all remember Timothy Mozgov, right? The great center. Okay, I'm just joking. But Timothy Mozgov, he had a rather disgusting contract. And it seemed like the Lakers could not get this guy off the roster. But it turns out a late first round pick stacked on along with D'Angelo Russell, which I doubt will be the case. The Lakers gotten a way to trick the Brooklyn Nets to take a desperate team, a team that desperately needs some kind of foundation. So they gave away D'Angelo Russell, Timothy Mozgov, and a late first round pick just to free up some space on their roster, and the Brooklyn Nets actually took it because they needed some sort of foundation to start with. And I think we all forgot, Danny Ainge has been hoarding a string of rather useful draft picks. Actually, a whole lot of draft picks. And my theory is that the Celtics are planning to package another blockbuster trade with Al Horford. The trade will be Al Horford along with a variety of draft picks to choose from. I can definitely see a team taking that deal, specifically a team with a superstar player that they can't seem to build the right pieces around to take them to the promised land. A team that comes in mind is the New Orleans Pelicans. And I'm talking about superstar forward Anthony Davis. Yes, I'm aware the Pelicans formed a pretty good duo of Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins, but honestly, I have a question. Can that duo really work? The Western Conference has gotten a lot stronger. Lots of rumors of DeMarcus Cousins escaping the Pelicans to go play with John Wall. If those rumors are actually true, the Pelicans will go back to square one again. And that would be terrible. That would really anger Anthony Davis, and I really believe he will actually demand for a trade. If the Pelicans realize that, they should be bargaining with the Celtics at this very moment so they can get a sweet deal for Anthony Davis. If that happens, the Celtics would be stacked and would have more than enough talent with a young core of Anthony Davis, Kyrie Irving, and Gordon Hayward, and most importantly, wait out the swift decline of the Golden State Warriors, which I predict will be soon. I can't see the Warriors being so good for more than 3 years. I can't see that. And Anthony Davis, Kyrie, and Gordon Hayward will all be at their they'll basically be at their prime and be ready to dominate the league. And if that all goes well, the Celtics can create a dynasty, and Ainge will be the genius that created it all. So what do you guys think? Will Ainge's plan work out, or will it fail? Comment that down below. Well, that's about it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like this video if you did, and subscribe for more content, and hit that notification bell. More importantly, have a good one, guys.